Hi everyone, it's Ash and I'm going to create this Skittles rainbowy brightness of a look. So if you want to see how I got this, please just keep watching. So as always, I put on some moisturizer and some glowy kind of primer-esque stuff, and I rub that crap into my face. I went in with my KVD brow pomade and I did my brows.
A WTF moment with what am I doing? These are extremely freaking messy.
But you know, I'll just fix them with some concealer and carve them out. So that's what I did and what I normally do. After I am done fixing my sloppy mistakes, I take my beauty blender and I press that concealer into my face. I also take my BB cream and I put it on my sponge and I start using it to cover up my face. I thought about editing out some of the mistakes and problems that occurred right here, but I didn't. I forgot that I had used this beauty blender for a body paint, and yeah.
This was a WTF, am I really turning pink? I am confused moment.
Then I figured out what was going on and I changed my beauty blender, and instead of washing my face off, I just added some foundation and I smashed that into my face. You know, I probably should have washed my face and just started over, but I didn't because I'm a lazy bitch. So yeah, I just kept adding BB cream and foundation until I didn't look so freaking pink. My fingernails, particularly my cuticles, are still dyed black. Sorry, nothing I can really do about that. Yep, I just took some concealer and I put that on my eye bags and pressed it down because, you know, I have dark circles under my eyes. And I went back in with that Alamar Cosmetics face palette and I used both of the bronzer shades and I bronzed the shit out of my face. And guess what's gonna happen next? Yep, you guessed it. I'm using that enhancer shade, the brightener, whatever it's called, to brighten the rest of my face and set it. So I'm going in with that Glam Light Cake palette. I just put a little bit of that kiwi lime right above my inner crease area. Then I take that icy mint shade and I place it right next to it. Yes, I'm using that same brush, but I just dusted it off on my pants. It worked. It's totally fine. And then I blended the two together as much as possible. I then took Purple Frost and I placed it next to the icy mint shade. And then I blended the two together as much as possible. I then took that raspberry shade and I placed it next to the purple shade. And you guessed it, I blended the two together. I then took that pineapple shade and I placed it on top of the green shade just to give it a little bit more pop. Then I took some concealer and I blanked out my eye where I wanted it to be blank, you know, and just right above my natural crease area, really. And I gave it kind of a winged look at the end. I then grabbed the Glam Light Taco Street palette and I took the guacamole shade. By the way, after this first shimmer, I really do spray every single one of the shimmers. But I place that on my inner eye crease area on both sides. And I go back to the cake palette and I grab the banana shade and I place it next to the green shade. And as you see, I place it like on my inner corner eye area, like the very inner corner eye area. So yeah, whatever that is. I then take blue raspberry and I place it next to the green shade, the guacamole shade that I have on my eye. And I try to blend the green and the blue together as much as possible. I just flipped my brush over and used the shade that was left over on that back side and just kind of tried to push them into each other. I went back into that taco palette and grabbed the red onion shade and I placed it next to the blue raspberry. And I did the same thing here. I flipped over my brush that had a little bit of the blue raspberry left on it and I tried to blend the red onion and blue raspberry shades together. I then take guava and I place it on the very outer area of my eye and I kind of make it into a wing shape. And I do what I've been doing where I flip the brush and I try to blend the two shades together.
Am I really trying to be like this weird, sexy dancer here?
Anyways, moving on. I used the Picante shade from the Street Taco palette and I placed it on my lower lash line area in the corner. I then took the peach shade from the cake palette and I placed it on the other half of my bottom lash area. And I took more of that Picante shade from the Street Taco palette and added it to my bottom lash area again to kind of blend them together and add more. I took the banana shade from the cake palette and I placed it on my inner corner. I then took the carrot shade and I placed it on top of the Picante shade. I took the strawberry shade and placed it on top of the peach shade. I took my fairy blush palette from It's Likely Makeup and I mixed those two pink shades together and added it for blush. I took a pink highlighter and I sprayed my face first because I feel like that kind of helps with some highlighter formulas, and I placed it on my cheeks and I used a beauty blender to kind of push it in to my skin. And yeah, I put that pink highlighter all over my face. I took a sky blue eyeliner and I lined my lash line, and because I have pink eyeshadow on my bottom lash line, it kind of turned my blue liner purple. It is what it is. I used Freck and I made some faux freckles. I put on lashes and a lippy. The lippy is from Lunatic Cosmetics called Graveyard. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this look. I know it's a lot of extra. It's kind of giving me Skittle vibes. Anyways, like and subscribe or dislike, comment. Do you like doing rainbow looks? You know, just spill the tea. Alrighty, thank you, bye.